A federal judge has just put the U.S. Department of Justice on the spot over one of the most explosive Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein-related controversies yet. The judge isn't accusing Trump of wrongdoing. Instead, he's demanding to know why the DOJ is still withholding FBI interview records involving a woman who accused Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was just 13 years old. Now, unless the government can justify keeping those records secret, it may have to hand them over. Here's everything we know. The latest twist comes from U.S. District Judge Emmet Sullivan, who issued a sharp order directing Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to either release previously withheld Jeffrey Epstein-related files or explain exactly why they should remain hidden. The deadline? July 2nd. The ruling stems from a lawsuit filed by investigative journalist Katie Phang, who argues the Justice Department violated the Epstein Files Transparency Act by failing to release all relevant records and by heavily redacting documents that have already been made public. According to the judge, simply pointing reporters toward Freedom of Information Act requests isn't enough. At the center of the dispute are FBI interview records involving a South Carolina woman whose allegations against Donald Trump date back decades. According to documents previously released by the Justice Department, the woman alleged Epstein introduced her to Trump in 1984 when she was approximately 13 years old. She claimed Trump sexually assaulted her during that encounter. Trump has consistently denied the allegation. Importantly, no criminal charges were ever filed against him regarding these claims, but the allegations themselves are deeply disturbing. According to summaries of FBI interviews conducted in 2019 after Epstein's federal arrest, the woman alleged Epstein brought her to what she described as a very tall building with enormous rooms. She claimed everyone else left the room before Trump allegedly unzipped his pants and forced her into a sexual act. According to the interview summary, she said she bit Trump's genitalia in an attempt to stop the assault, after which she alleged Trump struck her in the head. Again, these are allegations contained within FBI interview summaries. Trump has categorically denied the claims. The woman reportedly sat down with FBI investigators 4 separate times during 2019. While portions of those interviews have already become public through the Justice Department's Epstein document releases, dozens of pages reportedly remain withheld. That missing material is exactly what Judge Sullivan now wants the Justice Department to either release or explain. The judge also ordered the DOJ to produce what's known as a redaction log, essentially a detailed explanation of every section it blacked out and the legal reason for doing so. The White House has long rejected the woman's allegations. Trump's press secretary Caroline Leavitt previously stated that the accusations are completely baseless. She also argued that former U.S. President Joe Biden's Justice Department had access to the allegations for several years and chose to not pursue any criminal action because, according to the White House, investigators found no basis to move forward. Leavitt further claimed that Trump has been totally exonerated by previously released Epstein files. As of this latest court ruling, neither the White House nor the Justice Department immediately commented on the judge's order. Meanwhile, journalist Katie Phang's lawsuit argues that the issue isn't whether the allegations are true. Instead, her argument focuses on transparency. She claims Congress passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act specifically so the public could see the government's Epstein-related records, subject only to narrowly defined legal exceptions. According to the lawsuit, the Justice Department has failed to fully comply with those requirements, but the DOJ disagrees. Government lawyers argued Fang lacked the legal authority to force additional releases through a lawsuit and should instead rely on traditional Freedom of Information Act requests. Judge Sullivan rejected that argument. In a detailed 48-page opinion, he concluded that Fang has standing under the transparency law. He also ruled that standard FOIA procedures do not provide an adequate alternative remedy in this situation. That decision significantly strengthens the legal challenge against the Justice Department's handling of the Epstein files. Now, the agency faces two choices: either release the requested documents or convince the court why secrecy remains legally justified. The overall context makes the case even more politically explosive. The Justice Department has acknowledged possessing roughly 6 million pages of Epstein documents. So far, only about half have been released publicly. Many of those documents contain extensive redactions, frustrating journalists, lawmakers, and transparency advocates who argue that too much information remains hidden. Critics say the public deserves greater disclosure regarding Epstein's network and associations with influential figures. Government officials have maintained that many redactions protect ongoing investigations, privacy rights, or sensitive information. This latest ruling does not determine whether any allegations are true or false. Instead, it centers on government transparency and whether federal agencies are complying with disclosure requirements established by law. If the Justice Department ultimately releases the remaining FBI interview files, they could provide additional context about the investigation or reinforce decisions prosecutors previously made. If the government chooses not to release them, it must now explain those reasons directly to the federal court.